Hi, friends. Let's talk about that corporate glass ceiling. Let's face it, we are all products of what we have done and where we have been. We get comfortable with ourselves. And then at some point in our career, we may feel as though we're starting to fall behind. It's an unsettling feeling because it's not clear to us why we're falling behind. My opinion, the glass ceiling does exist, but perhaps we are contributing to that glass ceiling without realizing it. I did for a point in my career, for example. I simply had difficulty seeing how other people saw me. But take heart. There are simple ways to become very self-aware and understand how to raise your stock with those that can influence your career and its progression. And as we get to the end of this, there is additional information that I want you to pay particular attention to. It'll be the final thing we talk about. Look, we all need help in understanding our self-awareness at some point in our lives. But trust me, proper self-awareness is critical to becoming an effective executive. So let's get started breaking that glass ceiling. Number one, this is introspective. Take a look at the distractions you present. And here is how. If you're doing a presentation, ask someone to videotape that presentation for you so that you can watch it later. Now, I'm going to warn you that it may be eye-opening to you, it may be a bit of a shock to you. You might not want to show that video in front of someone else until you've had a chance to review it, but it's going to show you a lot that perhaps you need to see. Number two, ask a significant person in your life to give you an honest appraisal about habits that you have that may be distracting. Now, don't be afraid and don't be offended, but I want you to simply ask the question over and over and over and over again until they exhaust everything that they want to tell you. Then stop asking the question. Number three, ask your boss or perhaps a pastor or someone you trust how you can improve your self-awareness. Caution here. Don't pick and choose to think about some things they tell you, but not others. Listen to everything they're saying, write it down, and then give each a thorough review of what it means to your self-awareness. Trust me, people will not tell you something when you ask this question if there isn't something there. The second thing that you can do is fairly easy. Find a clothier in service to businessmen and women, executives in particular, and ask for clothing tips to project a more professional presence. You don't need to dress expensively, but you should be put together properly, and they can help you with that. Next and third, this is the toughest one of all, I think. Ask yourself some hard questions like, what does my language say about me? Do I interrupt others in conversation? Do the people around me know that I care about them? Am I approachable? Would people follow me because they want to or because they're required to? Adjusting your persona is not as difficult as you may think, but you do need to know what to change, and knowing what to change is the starting point to being able to adjust and perhaps crack portions of that glass ceiling. My mentors had the greatest impact on my career in this regard because they could tell me anything and I would listen and I would accept it. I knew that they wanted me to succeed and they were investing time in me. Find people like that in your life. You really You need mentors to be honest, straightforward with you, and show you the ropes to get ready for the C-suite. One last important piece of advice: smile. To be an effective leader, you will be more effective if you smile. It is a very powerful tool. To conclude, I had the pleasure of mentoring many leaders who eventually became executives. It was rewarding to enjoy their successes. That lasts a lifetime. If you would like to continue a discussion with me on that topic, click below for a free session. I'd be delighted to talk about this topic with you. Also, join our bulletproof community, bulletproof business community. This is a shared forum of wisdom and experience from our C-suite and business leaders who have formed or are in the process of forming what we call bulletproof businesses. As a first step to joining our community, click below to sign up for our newsletter. Enjoy.